What do you think of this bug, Mike?
You gotta be nice to bugs.
Definitely.
Back to life. Back to reality, people.
Here we are.
You gotta snap back into it.
Back into reality. Here we are. Once again, we're back into this thing we call life.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's going on. What's going on? What's happening? I can't control. I can't control. Yeah. I can't control. He can't control. He can't control. He can't control my body. I can't control my legs. I can't control my arms. There's you in this bloody way. Oh, oh, oh. He can't control. He can't control his legs, his body, his heart, his mind and soul. It's out of control. He can't control. It's kind of funny, but hey yo, don't slow down.
Hey! Wow, that was weird, huh, people? Yo, what are you doing? Still watching this?
Let's move on. Let's not talk about that. Don't talk about that. Don't show that part to your friends.
Get on your life already.
So this is...
Like I've said in other videos, one day an alien is going to come down and think that you're just a bug. So, think about, just be nice to bugs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we want to make it more of an interactive experience.
Yeah, maybe you should move, huh? You're the one who's sitting down, then, why should we be moving anywhere either,
I don't know why you're watching the show or what's going to happen next. That's the thing here. We're just going to keep on recording until everyone watches. We have 6, you can count them, 6 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all. You guys were here from the beginning. This is the beginning of what it is. So, this is our show. Welcome to the show.
Yo, welcome to the show! Hey!
This is hour 34.
I'm just faking. I'm not actually this excited. I'm just that exhausted that I'm able to just,
We used to call that the sleepy ha-has.
The sleepy ha-has. The 5 o'clock sillies.
Yeah. I'm real sleepy though.
You kids got a case of the 5 o'clock sillies.
So you know what it's like when you're sleeping?
Y'all know what it's like.
It's like a really vivid hallucination that you don't even really remember when you wake up. We got bugs. Now I don't know if you have bugs where you are, with this kind of bug, but we got bugs here. Stuff
You don't care. You don't care about that anyway. You're looking at us. You're looking at that hoodie.
You're probably not even looking at it. You're probably staring out into space, just thinking,
whoa! Did you see that?
Leave the head open and close it for flare as much as they leave it closed and open it for flare.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that confused me about drums is drums are pretty much the same in all these different styles of music. It's got, somebody's got to switch it up. I'm trying to switch it up.
I know, at first you're like, oh wow, I can learn beats from all these different styles of music and mix them together, and then
they're all the same.
Yeah, once you do that, you're like, oh, it's still drums.
Yeah, so just same beats. things right here. Not that I'm doing anything groundbreaking. Because I mean, really, what is groundbreaking anyway? Everything groundbreaking is on the board. You see, singing a song, playing a song, it's kind of taking a walk. You know, when you're taking a walk with your friend, you know, your feet aren't moving at the same beat, the same time the whole time. Maybe there's some points where it matches up. But what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is, you know, you walk with a friend, it's kind of like playing music, you know, you're not going exactly the same beat, but you get there at the same time, man. That's what we're trying to do, we're trying to get there at the same time. Ready? to more shows. I like to shows. I want to see what the kids are listening to these days. I want to see what music the kids are making. Did you ever hear of what's the name of that? It's in the Steve Albini thing. There's a record company. I want to say something with like an R or a W with an R sound, WR. But it's something. But it's basically like the group of their friends got together and like just kind of called themselves a label. And like if you wanted to be on this label, all you had to do was all the work yourself. But you could say you're on this label. And then Steve Albini would say, Naked Ray Gun has this album coming out. Well, your CD store better pay us for all these other albums, or we're not going to send you the albums. But of course, whether the CD store paid them or not, they would be getting the Naked Ray Gun albums. But because they were under that fake label, they could say that, and Steve Albini would get money for albums by saying they won't get Naked Ray Gun albums if they don't give him this money. Even though that wasn't true, because Naked Ray Guns controlled all the shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen I don't know if you watch The Office, but have any of you guys seen The Office when they get bought out into Sabre and David Wallace like loses his job and he comes up with an idea for some like vacuum that like cleans up shit, and he came up with like a song with like him and his son playing drums on it, and it sounds like a 12-year-old kid, and he's just like playing it, like just doing like how like little kids the first time they get to a drum they're just banging everything all the time, and I really like that style of drumming, you know? Like, it sounds like it's nothing, it's just a whole mess, but, it's just instinctual, you know? You put a kid in front of a drum set and let them bang around, they're just gonna be making a shit ton of noises and stuff. And that's, like, I'm actually, classically trained drummer with, like, 25 years playing drums, but I like to just perform as if I just picked up a 6 last week, you know. It's just more. Yeah, sure, I can go and play, you know. I can keep up with the Gene Krupa and the Questloves, but it's not my style, you know. I just like to play like this. Oh man, I think I smell like piss.